Good evening. How is everybody doing tonight? Hey, this is Tobra from the Reflections for a Thirsty Soul page, and my book Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, which came out last April. It's still in bookstores, so you can certainly get your copies and be blessed. So today, this is what we're discussing. I'll pull up the banner. Just give me a sec here. Let's keep it real. Practical NYAMESEM. And the topic is, does manna fall from heaven anymore? Based mainly on Proverbs 10:4. And just to let you know that I'll be speaking in both English and Tree. So for those of you who do not speak my mother tongue, certainly from the English that's I'll be speaking around it, it will help you get the context. So again, I welcome you. Right now, I'm just thinking that let's see if we can share to some groups so that they can join us. So, like I said, I'm hoping that your week is going well, but others too may not be so well because of the circumstances in which we find ourselves. There's a lot going on, and it certainly makes it hard. Sometimes you don't know how to react because you hear bad news about people who you know who have passed away, some back home, some here, and we're really in challenging times. So we just pray that God Himself will strengthen everybody. Yes, the reason why I started doing this particular live, and I think this is the fourth one, I believe. So for myself, I'm a practical Christian, I'd like to believe. And just the way we were brought up and how the Bible is being interpreted to us, or maybe we ourselves have also misinterpreted it. It's defined us. So we tend to be, and this is my opinion only, we tend to be timid and we tend to not be confident. But then I ask myself, are we really understanding what we are reading in the Bible? Maybe are we interpreting it wrong? Oh, good morning, Bishop. I trust you are well. Thank you for joining. I'm just trying to share to some pages here and then I'll pick it up. So like I was saying, are we interpreting it wrong? Do we misunderstand the scriptures? You know, it's like we expect people to do things for us, but we don't have the inclination to go out and get things we want ourselves. So my thinking is that the way that we interpret the scriptures, it's made us dull, it's made us dormant, and we think that maybe God even does not want us to be rich. So it's almost like just because you're a Christian, you have to live in poverty and that type thing. So my question today, I'll bring the banner up again, is let's keep it real. Practical NYAMESEM, does manna fall from heaven anymore? You see, when I was growing up as a child, hard work was a very important value to have. We would get up in the morning, do our chores, sweep, do whatever you had to do, take your bath, eat your breakfast, and then you'd go to school. And then we placed a lot of emphasis on things like hard work, integrity, perseverance, to name a few. So the key scripture is Proverbs 10:4, and it says, "He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich." Internet, that tells me that you have to use your hand to work. Manna is not going to fall. You can't just open your hands and somebody will throw something into it and that will be it. You see, there's other scriptures, and I'm looking at my notes. There are other scriptures that reinforce this perspective, right? So when you go to Proverbs 6:6, it says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise." Yekasa sluggard, I just be for very lazy person. Okay, until the ant, they don't have any leaders. So, but here we don't tend to see ants unless you're sitting in the park during summer or something. But when back home in your childhood, cast your mind back, you see an ant or not some small crumbs, we know no more, then you see a whole trail of them going and coming. And as for us, all we know is that we don't like ants. Anytime you put sugar, ants come into it. But look at them, how they build into an animal, an insect as tiny as an ant. Wo panimu or bema grandma was here kind of gongoran ujina onanso. Now peso ye juma na se nyankopon catch us say go to the ant and learn. Yes, it's a very interesting topic. Nature say nyankopon waka wasem go to the ant and learn. Proverbs 12:24 also says diligent hands. Oh, message. Good evening. How are you, my sister? Thank you for joining. Proverbs 12:4 also said, diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. In teachers, you will rule because, if you bought a field and you are building something, some project, and you are hiring people, you are in control, you are the one who's paying people. But if you are a lazy person, they are forced labor. Somebody has to hire you so you can even get a penny to eat. Okay, and then when we go to Proverbs 19:15, it says, laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry. Laziness, just say, oh, better, no wada. And so, copper, you my bread, oh, and a man, sorry, in tem, a boy 11. 8 na normally me 50. It doesn't matter. You can say better late than never. No wom because once or in time cry, utu mreka say oh car now be can cool so be basket on what when the next bus is coming along well to mreka no wakwako pay a juma. That will help you. Oh. And moving on to Proverbs 26:15. This one I find very funny, but it illustrates a very good point. It says, a sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He's too lazy to bring it back to his mouth. So your hand, where's the, let's pretend, see this here, this, my phone, into this is the dish, my hand is in it like that, into me, I feel my, as will be a wabble. Just it shows the extent of your laziness. Another one that I heard, I don't know, it's in Proverbs somewhere, I'm sure, maybe some children's book that I had for my children when they were younger. And it said something about Okwajufor because there's a lion in the street, and I can't go out and look for a job. Just look around you. We've all met people who don't want to work or do anything, or they are into quick get rich schemes. Just a baby this no or because or no on person or brand wants to show be to do hard work, right? And there are so many more. But the question I'm able to is where do we get this impression that manna will fall from heaven if we sit around doing nothing? So manna is an edible substance which God provided. Time Israelites were moving Egypt, in their travels during the desert, 40-year period. What I say, he was providing this for them. It would rain from heaven, and God told them, said, take what you need for the day only. So the question that I'll ask again is, when the Israelites got into the promised land, were they still eating manna? No. That was only for a time. So there are times in our lives even that we are not able to do anything, or maybe we might be sick, or something might be going on. Think about those special circumstances. And no sign do so. Tamar ba obi eboa ebi a uknos we busua for bi a wadwuma se wo ontiapo is for a time. Not that your work is you've been laid off or something, to then you just come and sit home forever and ever, and now you go and get unemployment benefits and you think you have to sit on it forever and ever. Until when they got into Canaan, they had to start working and tilling the land to grow. God told them, say He will make them prosperous, and you kind of say they would eat of the land. I'm sure they got to working. We are seeing a say one Unya bibi ni. And so nya before, and we have this mentality nyamesom no tembia ya disref asresref for tembia we are begging. Oh mommy say, oh nyame beye, oh nyame beye, oh na say kwa uti nkrofo ka say oh nyame beye. It's only God who take care of our country. Share what uti hono. Say if you don't speak up, nyame no onyɛ hwee. He needs your involvement. Unya passive e say usi ho body ni che say nyame aba no aba abɛboa wo. Nyame no onsane mma asase so. Obefa nipa dasani so no ne wakasa. Like just the things that we do, okay? Ejidifo, where do we get this beggar mentality from? Is it from the culture? Why do we look to others to do what we are supposed to do for ourselves? Are we afraid of hard work? Sure, there are some women, there's some still right now, okay, that they work very hard. Obeka chose utie na some obeka chose say me na me fie nye, but I had to do this, and this is how I got here. Or me maame no tonko konte, no yes, and then no ema fan one pebre. Ebinom sebe maame fo ni bi kra no de ahye omo mamu se mmaa no ɛsɛ ɔmo de ɔmo ho ma mmarima ansa na ɔmo atumi ayɛ yie nti no ne yɛdi mmarima mpanimfoɔ akyi ɛgye cars ɛgye ntare ɛgye adan ne nneɛma nso no sɛ biara sɛ wokyerɛ ɔba sɛ they should value themselves and work hard with their own two hands ɛno na nyame ɔbɛhyira so. Are we so scared of hard work? What do you say? And we don't care about our reputation. Where's our self-respect? Baby, I'll be please need you 2 cedis. Wage you 3 cedis. Wage you 4. Adding. What I know on say there's dignity in labor. Colossians 3:23 say, whatever your hands find to do, do it as unto the Lord. It means that your hands must find something to do. Period. We are not to eat of the bread of idleness. Akwadro no edoso dodo. And Proverbs 1:28 say, you shall eat of the fruit of the labor of your hands. You shall be blessed and it shall be well with you. Does it say you shall eat the fruit of another's hands? Certainly not. It says yours. Obu ohwa me wofa ebebre me say me ma me beye me say you have to fight for yourself. As I see so you need to work hard for yourself. And Proverbs 19:17 it also talks about God establishing the work of our hands. Oh, thank you, sis. Say if you want to think about it, laziness, it leads to abject poverty. A child of God must be able to live and not be a beggar. There's no dignity in that. My mother will give me money. My brother is bringing me dollars from abroad today. Also expecting things from others instead of empowering ourselves to be hard workers. Unim, wherever you are at, start from there. YAA'S no din kakra tembia na yete asori dem na yebɔ mpae wokoka anwumre mama papa bi Facebook friend mama na asre ya na oka bibi about hard work na me koka so please I've been asked I should be in church 7 days a week praying into oka say I should go and get a skill. It means I have to take one of those days to go and grow my skill, and that is a sin. Saa nyamesom no bi na ye kyerɛkyerɛ ye no ye mpa adwuma wote maase obi nya bibia wote hɔ a wodwen sɛ sorry ya na onya edukode na wanya no it takes hard work ye mpa bre wote maase enti no sese no shortcuts ye kosikadru ye kum nipa ye rituals ye yese nso no o Kristo ni ese Nyankopɔn tie ne mpaibo nti wobɛkɔ ne mpaase no na biribi hye hɔ. What am I saying? Now, the most shocking thing that I heard, I think I said this last week, also for wakuku neba. Enye nyamesom, kyese de anko na wohwehwe na eso ko hwie moja sika na so wasore be kakraka nti. Ene ye mu bi de me all I know, dia minimum ane dia me maame ne me papa kire no se bo ho modern. It's not even that they had to talk so much, but me na me who said the example is in what you see them doing. What am I saying? Enti no say wo push wo mo push wo make sure say wo be ko school be yes I won so wo hwe wo ba wo nya wo ba yeah wo nya wo ba e ma ne nante ho ma ne life enye basa wo be push no oh media me point am gina so no say last week say me dia me no ye are you a Berean Christian me pamocho no title main topic no your practical nyamesom ti on this page no so when tia utimi kotie any when you go through the page you see that the title practical nyamesom I ask some of these questions and let's say it's a man asem na mekanya ni nyina it goes back to that nyamesom na yesom no fa no na bi nkan Bible no on kan Bible no okwa asori dem ade sofo na ka kire no no eno na otie okonso so ha onkonko buemu empensempensem nhwe se da asem aye kan ye no kora na se nye no kora ye pe quick as a instant generation Ghana for kan say indomie generation for chese se si ane ya microwave ni ye di ye mpebre ye hu se pani ye bibia ye feel say ye fan say ye kan say ye nkoto aye no. Do you know what I've gone through? Medite ha make say. And so no be beka say, oh, she sa maame no te ho no de bibia ye yam. No. Unim, dia minim, dia masua pa me pe wa abrofo ho ne say, no matter what hardships they've gone through in life. Ebi obi abuse no, ebi obi kofa no ko share sexual trafficking mu, and I say, whatever, because you're a drug addict, and when you're something has happened. Upehwe no say, watch your book to encourage or inspire other people. And I say, be or schools mu, and in teenagers especially, talking to them about drugs. And so there, your Christo some your Christo for mapper. Yes, many people are looking for quick miracles. Yeah, Christopher Mappa. We are so quick to judge. We are so quick to judge. And you know, then just say, Bibi simple, I'll be kakra udi agro, no, be a bit true, Bibi kokoti response, because you're so holy. It's only, I didn't know the chichiro who pumping sanwa. You find yourself falling short because you make it so rigid, so strict. You make it so rigid, make it so strict, say, it's so easy for you to fall. And then people go, aha, look at him. What do you say? Yeah, you have to come to it in humility. Because you nipa, you have feet of clay. Now you move on, who so I told the be a me who say, you kind of say, hey, I'm looking for this link and Bishop Achomeba. We are so rigid. What was I even saying? So I said, said you see, it's we take things too far. We sit in judgment on people. Oh, we oba we oni kuno jai. Nyamesa aware jai. Ebi amani kuno bono. Ebi otina aware na sia obewu. And so no ba sorry no be a twetwe ne ho. Wagya ni kuno de ache so obeje me kuno. What is that? Her life is a segment for na mama e babe complain chema mu push o mu so mu to go eso nkono. Me pa mu cho mu hwe ye na bia na wa hwe ya na yie na ho beko. Nti aware there is not a ticket to heaven. Bishop bubusa me na fe maye confused me who baby a me ko hwehwe ade na free, but I know how to get it. Usually yeah na it made it to link anymore, but I'll find it and send it to your you can say yeah, okay, keeping it real. Let's copy link. Okay. Nti some of these things no, we have to watch it. Now I know say na me hwe bibi. Em say maame bi na sister bi na ne ba huhu kukum ya or Facebook so ne ba huhu kukum na or ka ho ase just or kyerɛ ne say ye ne say. Me call ya me kɔ hwɛ no. Bishop, please have sent it. Me call ya me kɔ hwɛ no. Comments a me hu ye no. Oh, and I want training term and nka say there was nothing compliment me the son na me hu no say. And it's just my observation. It be a sister no kwa me nim so hwɛ me a it be or chekwa be hu say na sem na me ka but that is a be or no on no said ya me say fan no but media me hwɛ yen a ye ni boundaries obi asɛm a ye ka ne bia nti me na ka me kan sa me fa ne so be ka kyerɛ me say me ba no kra no ma antiti ne ye na ye no ka Ghana or Ghana sisi anka kola 2 years 3 years old or prap or yes obedi 6 no soldier or yes. And so when we leave children to be children well nti said ya nipa ka nti me hwɛ din na me say oh nti obi anya bibi kra complimentary no oh and I say no we stand in judgment ye judgmental and a hypocrisy no so doso now if we would be compassionate and kebe yen to be compassionate human beings and kebe yen power nti me akwadro na make no it's like do not do for others what they can do for themselves tem bia no nua bro sika onim Ghana for now yeah meka ho bi yes sika koma ye busuafo wo fie no omo ani gye sen yen a yegu ha no omo ani gye sen yen a yegu ha no because ono no dia wo de ma no or the bo life or the ye niema kese nso so te ha na wo bre ukwa abonten awo yi mu ye say ye ha say awo aba we na cold spell we had a nice weather from about most of December na snow be and to gidi so much a ton to temperature no the amount say na aye cold normal winter weather so January kwa ye wie nti February March na ye wie April there na che say ye fire hudi what am I say nti no like wo bre no obo wa obepra ne hu nyina mikosi dan wo Ghana mikoyesi asem to no kra no a baby obeda kra wa ha na is a problem. Why do you do that to yourselves? Obi nka se nkosi dan wo feel but o man so wani mra omo ho. What I say, work hard for yourself first. Always put yourself first. It is not selfish. Well, you kronum sa antiti na yede ma ye na oh ten bia no do for others, do unto others. What about you? What about you? Osasi form na wan na beboa wo onwonko na obo ano no no ana ode ne sabe church so hwe no kwase ampa ne obi oti abochu wa ma yehwe wo fi me kwa na ode sika kotuatua ne ma school fees wa ho nti me no adwuma na make kan je adwuma dindin na ye ma wo hwe wo ho so ye hwe wo ma what ma say give them something and yes sika kwa build them a legacy push omo ko school omo nye je say bibia adwuma dindin bibia beboa omo wa ho sa na akwakoye nti no I don't know word na ye kind no say nyamesem no se yakwa asori dem na omo ka no tra bi di kire yen wa ho na se wonso ko no wanko pensem mu andwene mu like you are reading but how do you understand it the comprehension no wa ho say nyame ka say yemre ye ho ase ti obi a na krama ho bi na obi gimi okra nyankom ye Kristo ni nti nyankopon pesa de bi Yesu hu no he didn't put up with people's stuff or you can say or how they say temple hona na nipa ton niema hu de there's something called righteous anger stand up for yourself ebi before ya nya bi na nyame be so no bitterness ye yamu nti ama yamu fa no ye nya atwom wahu yamu fa no ye nya atwom ena ye bitterness wo yamu no ye destroy ye ho odo bia ni yemu because of some of these things. What you must say, manna is not falling from heaven. Obinya ni sika, unnim the way of fast so nya se sika no. Kope adwuma na ye. That is what will help you. Ene ye mamefo no so ni papafo na mugu Ghana no. Obi ba na obekuku dance your 3-4 hour na hwede ase mesi dia wa be o de na wo. Do you know what they are doing? Do you know what they are doing? Hey, me dear, Sani man me back home na ha me first, but in the sense so also me wo Ghana nka say na me wo ha nka say. Yes, people want you to feel bad taking care of yourself. Exactly. Sis, now say, oh, one if you have children and you have to look after them, are you going to take your children's school fees or tuition? Say, sika would be tuya a year more mono. Excuse me, sika would tuya extra classes me I did to a year more mono. Now the komo be or Ghana. Oh, now by life and year, who are you going to blame? I told the be abusuafo no tumi boa omo afa ebe kakra no omo kora no na omo behavior omo makra potumi sori ebedi watem. That's how bad it can get. Until they think about it. Me say manna does not fall from heaven. Ye mu binum ye ba abotire no enya nipa nka ombeto ye futu pa. Maybe would have made better decisions, but enya hwe nso nka akire, you just do the best that you can. Dia wa ho de beso so no why. But I still will keep saying manna, it does not fall from heaven. Wo na esa obo homodin. Obo homodin a ena Nyankopon so beboa. Oh, okay. Obo homodin a ena Nyankopon so obeboa. Enti no. Oh, hello. Mebo. Hello, Marie. How are you? Enti no manna no there is not falling from heaven. Because ye nipa de owo ho a na chese so sesa owo ho a megin say yamu no said the city and we don't sit and take stock of our lives. We were not taught that. And yemebo ha said the obesi adwene ade kwa ye nkyere yen enti no bibia ha ye fa ne saa o enya hwe ne ye gyamu manaka. But we have to expand ourselves and think say just because we are Christian ni no nkyere say peda. Now life any bomb because me could be this case. As we year Juma, you can't spend your whole week in church. And pie bomb share your bomb pie pa and so still your queer Juma. Nanko ponsi ye Juma. Into 1 year Juma one a barber show when it may be guase. Oh, but your crew no, a lot of the things that are going on right now is affected there. What is affected is our mindset, the spiritual especially. Nyamesum edidi yemu too much say ya fano everything onyame beye every time bia no it is only God make am before God will take care of the country one ankasa God no take care of country no who can who be enye obi na eba beye ama obroni mfini krom ma me ye wodie yi o twenkwa wodie no kwa woton ma na obefa wo you know like I'm saying no makane mapi it's like we have to try to do better. Maybe the reason why I started this practical NYAMESEM, as I said before, when I read the Bible, I get a different insight. Because the software knows what he's saying, but you also have to build your own faith. You need to read it and understand it. It is Bible, sorry. And you see, so 1 year Juma. If you don't work, you won't ohia beto. Where are the scriptures that I was reading? Wow. You see, Proverbs 12:24, diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. There's so many scriptures about laziness. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. And somebody will be controlling you. Tembiano, somebody will be controlling you. And on ama ye mu be brain, ya fall into this mindset. Make can be into this mindset of ye juma 9 to 5. 9 to 5 one ye be ye. And ne oko catch you be cry about say bibi wo online. Bibi was say oh online, scam, oh eti say. But say na niema hwede wiase na ye, wan na ekọ adwuma mu. Ye nyina ye go fie. Nti no sesa wadwene kakra. Things will go well for you. But yempese ye be ye. Yempese ye be ye. Bishop, I sent it to StreamYard. Till I don't know, unless anybody has any comments. No, the echo no there. What I came to talk about is that manna is not falling from heaven these days. Nyankopon oboa those who help themselves. Me, and I'll use myself as an example. I was sitting there. I love words. I liked writing. I like the Bible. Until most of the writing that I do, it's from based on scripture. And I was sending posting on Facebook, posting in different groups to which I belong. So I kept doing that. But I'm somebody that if I do one challenge, I get bored. Okay, I've done this up to a point. What can I do now? And I was afraid to take the next step. I was afraid because there's some things that we've put as too far. Just say, before we put ourselves down so much, this is beyond me, it's up there, I can't reach it. Sure, I have a son and he told me this story. I've said it before in one of the lives. So he made this comment that he was talking to a guy about writing or something because he also writes. And the guy said, oh, writing is for Abrofuno, leave it for Abrofuno. And Tiobusa said, Mom, what do you think of what this guy said? I didn't mean sweet. I just said, Nipakon we Jimmy Pa, because why do you put yourself down? Unim, one sister put something on Facebook the other day, and I went to look for it, and I started reading it. I go bit by bit. I've read a little bit, but the first few pages, no crano, something happened to me. Book no is called The Miseducation of the Negro. Though it seems like it's US based near you, but to apply it applies all across the board. Oh, and we've been taught, the education system feeding your mind say it's inferior. And you know why people like us who educate ourselves, we are not making any impact, It's because you're training to say they've made you say another obroni into a level of a when it's not relating to to go and change their lifestyle. We're not making any impact because we look down on them. To work is to pray. We should make the effort by working. Many times we will achieve it. Yes, nobody should be afraid of hard work. Nobody should be afraid of hard work. But unfortunately, system also need why fear because your system no to say hanum the institutions and everything are working. Into nipa benye juma na even at all that encouragement for you to push, because a hanum no you take a small child. Only needing komo say I send me beefing a numaban, a bear on but that's how they are trained. Now compared to more, it's like tembiano, akola kasakwa mwano. We are kola, a little child should be seen and not heard. Say no crown, oh, can be biatre penny the wronger. Oh, a name media need the amount. And asking penny phone, oh, yeah, kola, you don't respect. Why are you talking of this person that way? Okay, insults in free mo. But why can't we speak the truth to each other? Whether you're a child or whether you're an adult. What am I saying? And say and penny phone na more your 60s, more going to 70s, near 80s. No more person will give away for or more 50s, 40s near you to come out. When will they have their turn? When will they have their turn? It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for the older generation to give way to the younger, let alone even help them to grow them. Oh, it's a mindset. No, it needs a big change. Manna does not fall from heaven. One is so sorry to work hard to accomplish it. And you need to look. We don't question things. I was like that. I grew up in that system. Won question niyama. Bibi a yebeka bia no wafa ne saa because penny na aka kyerɛw. But wobɛka say bia, why do I have to do this? Why is this? Why is that? Ultimately, and so woba ha no mu no a bibi na wote ase a wo koraa na wote hɔ no wo na wo de idea no bɛkɔ na wo supervisor, oh yeah, I think that sounds good because you are thinking fast and on your feet. Wow. Nti adwene na ayɛ just a critical thinking deɛ ne yɛ ni bi. Hwɛ me kɔ university Ghana, chew pour pass and forget. Wow. Na yɛka sɛ those days no yɛka sɛ sɛ obi ɛyɛ computer science, a computer science ɔyɛ koraa no, where's the computer? Nti how did they do that computer science? Well, and we have to question things a little more. Bible now kind of that time it was for a period. God gave manna to the Israelites because they were on a journey. There was no provision for them along the way. This is what he could do. When they got into the promised land, I never heard say manna be but Bishop me wind it down. It's mean say ube to me about so said ya now can I'm going to wrap up. Yeah. Said it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. But hey, I'm hoping that you take something from what I've said that manna, no, this was the topic. I'll put it up again. Where is it? Practical NYAMESEM, does manna fall from heaven anymore? Into you yourself, take the time. If you're coming to listen or if you want to go back and watch and the scriptures, even these are not the only ones. If you Google or find the scriptures about hard work, about laziness and all that, you'll see. But God encourages people who work hard. Look, we are doing a 1-year Bible reading, and every weekend they give us a chance to write insights. And we just finished Exodus, and this is what I said about Joseph. Look at Joseph, and so those 3 times that you read about him, it said that when he was in Potiphar's house, Potiphar gave him control of the whole household except his wife, and Potiphar didn't pay any mind because Joseph was in charge. Okay? And Potiphar ne yere no so emma okoye de obeye. Into where did he end up? In jail. See, he had favor with Potiphar in the beginning of when he went into the jail, he found favor with the warden. Warden also didn't see because Joseph was in charge, right? Afei kɔ wie no sɛ adaeso no bi baa mu a nipa bi yɛ kun baako ne baako no kabera no ne refi Joseph afei Pharaoh so daeɛ no na kabera no kae sɛ papa bi wɔ jail hɔ no ɔno na interpret me daeɛ maa me na ɛbaa mu nti yɛnkɔ frɛ no. You know what happened? Joseph came and interpreted the dream. Afei Pharaoh hwɛ no na obusa sɛ Joseph ka kyerɛ Pharaoh sɛ pick a man who will be in charge and make sure that everything is stored up and all that for the famine that is coming. Pharaoh said, who else will do this job but you? Or no so Sarah. Oh, Pharaoh, Joseph, no, Pharaoh he was the second in command, prime minister. What am I saying? Pharaoh, Joseph was what? Ufo said Joseph was a quadrufo and can find favor with these 3 people. And now Pharaoh, he was an entrepreneur, he was loyal, he was resourceful, he had a kind of simple divine ability to interpret dreams or integrity. He was honest. Now, are you that kind of a person? Are you that kind of a person who will entrust anything to you if you are not responsible? Into what now the offer say manna is falling from heaven, manna is falling from heaven. It won't go well for you. May the masem ebeba area. I trust that you have all gotten something from it. So next week we'll be back to see with another topic, but I'll put it up during the week. So Bishop, please, I think you are having problems coming on, so maybe we'll have to make it another time. For anybody who comes on after, I thank you for coming on. Do share it so that other people will hear You never know. Anytime I go on, thank you, Marie. Anytime I go on other people's platform, thank you. I go on other people's platform, I always learn something, or I try to also put a comment or two. Sometimes I watch quietly. Yes, those that I watch quietly, they know. So, but we are in the business of learning. It does not matter what age you are at. You need to be open to learning. Open yourself up to learning, because you have something to offer people, and people also have something to offer you. But if you close off yourself and go, oh, this is how I am, Yesubano, this is how I am. Thank you, message. You're welcome. This is how I am. Sana metie ye de sana metie for na aka ye ho na yen sesa na yen ye bibia ejija no. Our minds must change. It must change. So God bless you. Thank you. Have a good week, okay? Bye-bye.